It's always hard to follow students because they always give the best presentations, right? Good morning. My name is Jessica Allen, and I teach freshmen at McGoffin County High School. A big problem that we have faced is our students are very disengaged with all the archaic practices of just using pencil and paper. We tried to bump it up a little bit. We went to marker boards for a little while. If any of you have ever used marker boards, though, they're great when you first get them. Then the markers start drying out. The erasers get lost. Then I tried to move on to, let's try the crayons, the dry erase crayons. Again, they didn't dry out, so that fixed that. But then you had the problem of they didn't want to erase off the boards very well. So then students would come out. I got calls from parents, things like that, because they would come home with their arms covered, their clothes covered, because, of course, they do this to erase. So now we are ready to boogie. By boogie, what I mean is blackboard boogie boards. If you've never seen those, I have brought some. So they come packaged in a case like this, and what the boards do, can I hold this and talk at the same time? It's an LCD screen, and it is works like a marker board in the fact that it comes with a nifty pen, and it allows you to write directly on there. It has the feel and things of all the new age technology that the kids like to use, so it allows them to have a little bit of fun with that. And it allows them to be able to follow along with different problems that we're doing on the board. The nicest thing about these, though, is when you're finished trying to work with them, instead of dealing with all the lost erasers, all you do is hit the bottom of the button at the bottom, and it clears the screen for them. It comes with several different backings. The plain backing is what's on it right now, so that way that you can just see clearly writing, things like that. If you're working in small groups for like an agenda of way of setting up planning, then it comes with this one. If you're actually having the right open responses, practice those things, then it has sheets with actual lines. And my personal favorite as a math teacher is the dotted. If you have ever been in a math classroom when you're going over graphing, every question they ask is, do I have to draw the graph? With this, no, they don't have to draw the graph. All they do is slide this in, and it already has a makeshift grid. All they do is select where they would like to make their X and Y axes, and then it allows them to be able to follow along with you very quickly. I know some of you are thinking, well, the reason we take notes sometimes is because we want them to keep them, right? So the best thing about this is it also has an option for the app. Before I get to the app, though, one last thing. The final option and of course, none of them will work right now when I want them to because I'm in front of people, right? But the last option for this, which was my favorite part, is it slides out completely and gives you a clear background. If it gives you the clear background, then no matter what worksheet you're using, or if you're working out of those lovely workbooks that we've all ordered that we only have a classroom set, instead of having to run off sheets, things like that, all you have to do is lay this down on top, and then they can actually do their work directly on the book, so to speak. But back to the app. The best part about it is if they're doing something that they want to keep, there's the Blackboard Boogie app. And when you download it to your phone or them to their phone, there's a scan-in option. And you essentially take a picture of the boogie board, and it goes ahead and it gives you the option then to just show it as it appears, to actually switch it to a white background so that way it's easier, clearer to see. And then they can just send me those pictures with their work on them, or they actually have their notes with them all the time. So it's going to make for less copies, it's going to make for less mess, it's going to make for a much better way to be able to let them be able to follow along in class, and then also be able to get that technology aspect. Something that I've noticed, we just got them in a couple of weeks ago. An added bonus that I hadn't accounted for yet is beside the actual usage of the learning aspect, some of your more fidgety teens that tend to like to pick when they finish, they are, after they finish the board, because I make them show it up to me that they've got it, but after they show that they've got it, they're doodling on the sides of it, because then all they have to do is just hit it. So they're not marking on my desk, and they are not bothering each other. And so it's actually been a very good thing. And then they, since they have to pick them up and everybody show them, then even my students who didn't want to participate a whole lot before are doing that. And when they leave and they turn those back in, I don't have those 25 papers that people went off and left sitting there. We don't have those issues because they're able to just simply submit those and send them to me. So far it's been a a very good find. Let's see. The last couple of features, to alleviate some questions. If you are like me and you tend to hit things and erase them on accident, then at the bottom there is a toggle switch, and if you turn on the toggle switch, now when I hit that button, nothing happens, and that way it doesn't accidentally clear their work for them. Another option that is one that we are finding and playing around with, because like I said, they're pretty new, but you're supposed to be able to hold the other button down and then use the eraser, so if you only want to erase a small portion. But since it is an LCD screen, we're finding that has a little bit of lag to it. But overall, for the most part, the kids are loving it, and they would rather just go ahead and mark through that little bit and continue to write on it. So far it's been a very, very beneficial find. Are there any questions? Yes.